early so I can do that. And like I said, for us, it's going to be spring now, so I'm going to be able to go on my deck and have coffee and stretch and do yoga and be outside. So I really don't have time for this kind of ludicrous behavior any longer. Something about like them drafting people, and it was the most Zionist explanation of all time. Like it just seems like these ignorant Zionists, and I want to know who it is. Like, is it Steve Miller, like telling the US public that we are going to start doing automatic, like we're gonna have a database of everybody in the US where we'll be doing automatic registries of young men from 18 to 25 to sign you up for the military to save us money. And this is why that whole giant thing for me, this is when they shut down my account after Trump got into the White House and they announced like what Dodge would be doing through Elon. I was appalled because I was like, there is no acceptable, because like it went from like silly things to like the government is spending money on cat furball studies. That was Elon's example. And then he got into the White House and all of a sudden the problem became healthcare and Medicaid and I was like, this isn't cat furball studies. Like, what is happening? And then for them to the big gaslight, and they don't give anybody a chance to speak out, because our chance to speak out was when we voted and you gave us inaccurate information and then we voted for you and then you changed the story. So like then it became like waste, fraud, and abuse in our services. Meanwhile, the Pentagon has fumbled $21 trillion in the last 20 years that Elon is directly getting money from. Like, and he's the guy who's going to audit the Pentagon, or is going to audit the social programs for the people. So I was just like, they blocked me right away because I was like, holy shit. Like, I was just like, this is absurd. So essentially I was thinking like, I don't give a shit about the government saving money to cut down the debt by going after programs that are for U.S. Citizens, which we pay taxes for, because we're making a choice. We're either paying you our money for those services that you are going to provide, which is the contract, or we're not paying you that money and we're going to pay for those things for ourselves out of the private sector, which is not our current system. However, you've made it both. So not only do we pay you for the services, which you allocate about 2% to, and then take the rest, and then we pay additionally into our debt, from our debt, out of pocket, or we go without. And then we also pay insurance, which is the gimmick that at least if we're insured, insurance will cover it. And then we pay our existence into insurance programs that still hardly ever benefit us. That your premium is always it's a tremendous out-of-pocket price, and then your premium is always just $1,000 away from that. Okay, so the colonoscopy is going to total just $7,000. Your premium's $8,000. Oh, you still have to pay out of pocket, and you're still paying for your insurance, and you're still paying taxes for healthcare that's supposed to be provided by the government. and now you're paying out of pocket for the service because it doesn't get covered by the government that you're paying toward, and it doesn't get covered by the insurance that you're paying toward because you were $500 too short, and there's nobody to fucking talk to. You can't even figure out how much it costs. They want, like, it's absurd. Like, the office isn't going to figure it out. You don't have a private person who's going to find out for you. So you're calling between the insurance agency, the doctor, then the doctor does it at a surgery center, so you need to figure out their information. Why am I piecing this together for myself? Nobody can do this, therefore they don't, therefore they get sick, and therefore they spend more money, and then they die. So it's just like this big gimmick. And then, so they were like, oh yeah, Elon's the guy whose Dodge is going to audit the Pentagon, who he has been participating with for the last 30 years while the $21 trillion went missing, while he became a super billionaire. Like, come on, like, none of this is making any sense, and it doesn't benefit any of us to pretend that it is. I don't play Jewish schemes and games. I already told you that. Like, I just don't play their games. So now all of a sudden, as if we're some kind of like IDF, they're going to sign us up for their wars. And people have been saying, like, the U.S. military literally just got turned into the Israeli mercenary, like, squad. Like, you're not fighting for U.S. Like, we're not going to benefit anything. Poly market just went bonkers. The stock market, insider trading went bonkers. Like, this only helps the Zionists and the White House insiders. Like, now they're going to automatically sign for you to give your life away from the ages of 18 to 25 so that the Trump family and the Jewish Zionists and Steve Witkoff and Alex Witkoff and Jared Kushner and Donald Trump Jr. and the other ones can make some insider trading money off of Poly market because they know when they're going to blow shit up. That is, like, it's just the most extreme offense, like, ever, like. And these kids don't want to do this. Like, you're going to be very hard-pressed to find young adults in the future who are going to want to use violence against anybody. Like, it's just, we're evolving, like, past that. Like, you're going to be extremely hard-pressed. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're just not animals. Like, we're not animals, and we're not interested. And we're not truly, like, protecting ourselves. Like, and of course they're saying, like, they're going to try to, like, create, like, instances where it seems like we are protecting, like, this is, like, we're protecting ourselves, but you're choosing to do this. Like, China doesn't want to do it, Russia doesn't want to do it. Like, you're choosing to do it. You're gonna fight for somebody like Zelensky. For what? They're gonna put you in a desperate situation, like, so that you feel like you have to do this. Like, I would fight them. Like I said, I would just fight them 100%. I'd be like, gear me up, and I'm about to fuck you up. Because, like I said, I would at this point, I would fight for the Palestinians for sure, to fuck up the Israelis for everything that they've done to those people. But never in my life would I ever assist the Israelis. You would have to be out of your goddamn mind. So that's kind of how I feel about that. I don't know. But anyway, like I was saying, like, how hard is it to, like, stop the bots? Like, And then they're making these kids like so like weak-minded. Like, this is these Gen Z kids, and they're carrying around anxiety bags packed with tools to calm their nerves. So in case of an emotional overflow, they have like squishies, they have a cooling patch, they have icebreakers, they have gum, they have calming stuff. It's like, oh, okay, good luck. Good luck. Like, come on now. Everything that they do is such an oxymoron, because it's like, you either want to, like, they fuck themselves up every time. It's like, and then like the term cherry picking, like, it means the action of practice and choosing and taking only the most beneficial or profitable items and opportunities, which is what all these people are doing. Like, which is so infuriating, because like, I'm a competitive person, and I'm like, this was my campaign. Like, I wanted $100 billion, I wanted $10 billion, like, and now they're sitting there cherry picking all the best opportunities. They think they're gonna gatekeep the information about AI, they're gonna gatekeep the information about crypto. Like Elon sitting there playing like coy, like he's fucking mysterious about like AI, like, and then this is the gay ass shit. Like, all of his bots post like this all the time. I can't stand it. Elon Musk just told you the job is dying. Most people heard a prediction. Why? Like, why are you telling me what people heard? These people are so far off. They have no fucking idea what they're talking about. A few heard a prison door opening. Musk, in less than 20 years, working at all will be optional. That is not policy suggestion, that is a countdown. For 300 years, the human blueprint has been identical. You were born, you move to a city, you rent a box near the office. You trade your body and your house for the right to exist. You do this until you are old, then you stop, then you die. The entire model runs on one assumption, that your human labor is the only engine. AI and robotics delete this assumption. When the machine handles production at a scale no human crew can match, the forced migration to the city evaporates, the commute evaporates, the cubicle evaporates, the alarm clock that owns your nervous system for 40 years evaporates. Musk, I think it won't be the case that you will be in a city for your job. The city was never a choice. It was a requirement disguised as ambition. You moved to the noise and the concrete and the $4,000 rent because the paycheck lived there. Remove the paycheck from the equation and the geography changes overnight. Like, these people are so gay. Like, I can't stand these stupid stories. Like, you live in the mountains, on the coast, in the silence of town most people have never heard of. You can wake up, nothing but trees and cold air and the complete absence of anyone else's schedule. That is not a fantasy, that is math resolving. But here's where most people break. They hear work is optional and they see emptiness, a species with nothing to do, billions of people staring at screens until their minds dissolve. That fear tells you something about the system has already done to us. We confuse labor with purpose, the grind with meaning, the paycheck with proof that we matter. Musk, in the same way that you could grow your own vegetables in your garden. The analogy is precise. You do not grow tomatoes because the economy demands it. You grow them because something in you wants to build a thing with your hands and watch it come alive. That instinct does not disappear when the job does. It gets unleashed. The artist who spent 20 years doing accounting finally paints. The engineer always wanted to build something on her own finally builds it. The kid in the small town who could never afford to take the risk finally takes it. Work does not vanish, forced work vanishes. What replaces it is creation without a gun to your head. This is part that keeps me up at night. We are standing on the edge of the largest liberation in human history, and the loudest voices in the room are begging you to stay in the cell. They want you to commute. They want the boss. They want the structure that tells them to eat and when to sleep. and what they're allowed to think about their life, because freedom without a template is terrifying. The next 20 years will not test our technology. The technology is already ahead of schedule. They will test whether the species can handle what it has been asking since the beginning of civilization. Time, space, this is... Shut up. And the unbearable weight of choosing what your life actually means. That is not a prediction. That is the final exam, and nobody is ready. Nobody's fucking ready because nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. What are we ready for? And I literally commented, like, you're not mysterious. You're not fucking interesting. You're just fucking annoying. We don't find it entertaining that we're not ready for things that you think you already know. Nobody trusts you people. You've stolen all of our fucking money. You've done nothing for us. You find ways to exploit us at every turn. Now you're at the cusp of some change, and you're telling us that we're not ready. I don't think they realize how insulting they are. And stupid. Like, I can't stand to listen to this person speak because it's infuriating. Like, everything Elon says is so infuriating to me. I'm like, you come to our country and act like you have the right to be some kind of gatekeeper to information. You people are terrorists who have hijacked our country, who have hijacked our narrative, who have hijacked our understanding of what the future holds and how to be prepared. And you give us bullshit information that suits your financial schemes. Like, I don't have time for this shit. You didn't pay your taxes for 30 years. And we're all living in financial misery now. If there's something that you know, make it public so we can make our own decisions. We don't need you trying to make any more decisions for us because you've stolen from us. And you've placed yourself in a position where now you're the only ones that can make the decisions because you're the only ones with the finances and the information, because you have held those things from us in our own country where you're breaking the law. I don't find that cute. I don't find it interesting. I don't find you taking us out of the process of deciding our futures and having the knowledge to do that. What are you doing? You're a bunch of Jewish people. Fuck off. Pay your fucking taxes. Like I said, AI and robotics has nothing to do with the life that we could have already been living. If you didn't already steal that from us, we could already be living that way. I should have a life savings. You should have been paying your taxes. There's endless fucking schemes that you've done. Like, are you saying that, like, your theft and your ability to control shit is going to come to an end because you just no longer will be able to get away with it due to, like, the advancement in technology? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't need the mystery. I don't need to be told that I can become a fucking painter off in the fucking distance, like, because your fucking robots are gonna take shit over. Like, especially when I've seen the alternate agenda of the elite agenda where everybody has digital ID and is trash compared to you guys, and you hold all the information and bots control the narrative on both sides on your social media platforms, and we're treated like fucking cattle. And so, no, I'm not interested in your fucking bot story time bullshit. I'm interested in the Jewish mafia getting prosecuted for their crimes related to Epstein, and then sneaking into our government, and then playing our fucking market, and lying to us, and then in a means to get into the government. That's what I'm interested in. So, I don't know what else to say about that. I'm interested in knowing exactly what is going on and not listening to your dumbass stories. I remember when you people ran the economy into the ground for the last 30 years. Remember that? Remember what a fucking nightmare the last 20 years have been because of you? Do you remember that? Do you remember what just happened over the last month? We see what happens when you're in charge. We saw Gaza. We saw Lebanon. We saw Iran. That didn't look like painting in the distance on the beach shore. That looked like complete digital enslavement until you're so fucking pissed off that you can't get your way that you just carpet bomb people indiscriminately. Things aren't going well right now, and you're the very same people who are in charge. Elon, like, do we need to talk about your personal life? Because you're a disgusting person. I don't need you taking your social habits and tendencies and inflicting them upon the public. Your idea of Western, your idea of humanity is extremely sick. You're not a fucking American. You shouldn't be here telling us what we should be doing. Like, I don't need people who come from their country because they were exiled from their countries or failing countries to come here and say that they want to help us. We don't want your help. You've helped enough. You've helped enough. We're good. We're good on your help. We need you to shh and pay your taxes and pay your back taxes and shh. Like I said, if I wanted your help, I would have went to South Africa. I would have went to your country in Europe and asked for it. I don't want your help. I want you to get out of our media and get out of our government. You're here because you want to be like us. And then unfortunately you come here and think that you're going to change things. That's why you're not from here. How are you about to literally change? What has happened, which is crazy, is we were the greatest country, built off of the Constitution and liberty, etc. And a bunch of animals who act like primates, not even reptiles, come from a trash can called Israel with degenerate, weirdo beliefs and come to the U.S. and want to turn us into a giant version of their trash can. We are 450 million people. We don't function as a trash can like Israel. You can't turn us into your fucking trash can that you destroy. You have to get out of here. You have to leave us alone. We're not going to turn into degenerate pirates like you. You can't have a massive, disgusting, corrupt country that the world hates, like Israel. A little trash can that everybody hates. I don't need trash can Jared Kushner, trash can Laura Loomer, trash can Elon Musk, and trash can Steve Witkoff and Howard Ludwig to tell me, an American who was born and raised here, what to do in my own fucking country. I don't need your help. It's not your responsibility or your duty to come here and help us. You don't have an American education. You're not an American. You're an idiot from an uneducated fucking place. You need to fucking help yourself and get the fuck out of here. That's really how I feel. And like I said, if any of these people violate, like, you can't violate our Constitution for your crypto, and you can't violate our Constitution for your AI. So if you have the combination of you're Jewish, you want to violate our Constitution for your crypto or for your AI, then you should be arrested for terrorism. Literally, like, we should have military doing precision attacks on anybody who, if they actually take the action to disrupt one of our constitutional laws, should strike that person. Precision strike. Like, literally, we should have a no tolerance policy for true terrorism in the U.S. Like, we need to get a military that does that. And that's why I'm saying, like, please create this. Zero, it doesn't matter. If this person tries to, and people are saying 100% right now, if this person, Howard Ludwig, Elon Musk, if they take any action, if you hear any whisper of them plotting against our Constitution in any fashion, precision strike, they don't get a chance. They do not get a chance. We have to protect our nation and our country, 450 million people. You saw what they did in Lebanon. You see what they did in Gaza. You saw what they did in Iran. We cannot take chances. You cannot let them fucking woo you and talk to you into degrading the Constitution and telling you that this is just the future, that we don't have a choice, that only they know. You just strike them. You just strike them. You do not let them say another word. They don't need to be here. If they injure a child, you strike them. It's very easy. And then you create a zero tolerance policy, and therefore the world will be safe. The world will not waste its time. The world will not waste its energy. The world will not waste its money and its days. And you're not going to waste Americans' lives. It's very simple. You strike them. Precision strike. I don't know what else to say about that. Trust me, there's no... You don't take your chances. You just get rid of it. The more you let them talk, the more likely it is that you'll actually believe their bullshit. So you can't do that. Bots are a problem on X. Get the military. Precision strike. Bots are no longer a problem on X. And it's all in order to protect the constitutional rights of Americans. That's the difference. Listen, I don't have to go around and around with your story about bots. We'll just get the military and we'll strike you, and we'll never have to hear from you again. No, bots will never be a problem again. I don't have to ask again for the Epstein files. We get the military and they strike you. And then we get the files. Very simple. I don't have to try to pull your ass in court. We get the military and we strike you. Because you had your chance. We can ask you, would you like to go to court? You can get a warning. Would you like to do this the legal route or not? And if you resist like Pam Bondi, or if you resist like Todd Blanche, or if you resist like Elon Musk, you don't want to take the legal route, but you violated the Constitution, or you lied to the public, then we just get the military. You have 5 seconds to explain to us your plans with AI. If you don't explain them in full detail, we just get rid of you. We get the military and we strike you. Because you had a chance. Who suggested that we do an automatic registration? Okay, you're going to walk that back and make a public apology, or we're going to get the military and they're going to strike you. Howard Ludwig, Steve Witkoff, Steve Miller, Jared Kushner. How did you get into the government? You have 5 seconds to get out and to put all the money back that you took, or we get the military and we strike you. I mean, that's the only way. Or it's endless. Or it's endless bullshit. You're never going to get your money back. You're always going to be dealing with their fucking ludicrous bullshit. They're terrorists committing crimes, so... Super easy solution. So anyway, I'll just say, like, we need to create this military. And this military needs to go after everybody in the Epstein list and just do a purge. a complete purge, because these are the terrorists, and the terrorists are not going to bring themselves to law. So it's either us ending up like Lebanon and Gaza, or the Jewish scheming rat terrorists getting purged from our system and setting the example that it will never happen again. The status quo is peace. The status quo is following the Constitution despite any technological advancement. That's the United States of America, based off of our Declaration of Independence and our Constitution, and our military's right and duty to not serve any one individual, but to serve the citizens of the United States and to protect the Constitution. You are not a mercenary terrorist unit for a small shitty trash can of Jewish people. You are a military to protect the Constitution of the United States that protects the United States citizens, who are this trash can's enemy. So anyway, that's like what needs to happen. So I'm glad we like got to that. And then like I can come back and we can do like a quick like religious, or not religious, but like a spiritual study. Like Bill Ackman, like the purge needs to happen. Like scratch scarecrow frame with a head like deflated basketball perpetually looks constipated. Oh, that's what somebody said about. Became Harvard's plagiarism hall monitor until his wife got caught copying and pasting her MIT dissertation. 2.4 billion betting against COVID markets while families lost everything, which is pretty easy to do when you're an Israeli terrorist and you're the people who spread COVID and then the vaccine. Throws fucking tantrums about DEI, like Laura Loomer and the rest of them, because their people fucking created DEI and they want DEI for Jewish people. Filed lawsuits against Netflix when his shorts blew up spectacularly because he's annoying. Spent 5 years obsessing over pyramid schemes while running his own investor fleecing operations. Now pivots to culture war bullshit because talking about returns makes people ask uncomfortable questions. Posted 47 tweet threads defending his wife's academic fraud after demanding others resign for less. Like, I don't have time for Bill Ackman, please. All he wanted was this fucking war to get fucking Polymarket bets. These people are degenerates. Like, I don't have time for these fucking people. Like, look at Israel, you scumbag. That's what you begged for. Weirdo. Who does that? We can't have these toxic people. These people are true criminals. Like, can't have these people. So anyway, okay, so we'll stop this video. I think it's agreed though that we need we need a military to address all these people, because they're not going to address themselves, and I don't want to play their games anymore. I don't want to play a bunch of immigrant Zionist games with crypto and AI and their polymarket bets and this bullshit and that bullshit. So we just need a military unit to come in here and to just grab them all, because they don't want to face the law. So therefore, the military needs to come and get them. So
bad at sports. Now, does this guy actually believe it? I doubt it. He just thought it would get me angry. But what it actually was a fastball down the middle. And so I just excerpted his tweet and said, well, of course Jews don't really participate in athletics. That's what we use to divert the energy of the Gentiles while we take over the systems of power.
This is incredible. This is incredible. And trust me, you're really going to want to hear it.
that was about to be about Elon, and my iPad just shut off. I don't even want to listen to it, because anything about Elon makes me fucking sick. So honestly, don't worry about it. Literally, like, I try not to know anything about Elon, because the more I find out, the more it upsets me to my core. And I just really, like, if I had what to do, keep or go, boom, 1 second choice. No questions asked. We should be able to line up all these people and be like, go, gone. We need a severe fucking purge. Like, they've committed the crimes. That's the thing. Like, they don't want to... We've asked them to hold themselves accountable so many times. They're not going to do it. Therefore, we just have to... A military needs to step in and just get them. I've written the list so many fucking times. Trust me, we don't need them. Other people can run these things better, okay, for the people. We don't need these people. We need them gone. Governments owned by corporations, run by psychopaths, lying about an imaginary economy based on debt, fueled by illegal wars, destroying ecosystems, poisoning our foods and water, decreasing our education, increasing our prisons, manipulating the media, suppressing free energy, making us struggle, starving, humiliation, and killing the rest of the world, all whilst we stay silent, pay taxes, and vote. And that's what I'm saying. That's what's happening. And that's Elon Musk. That's all these people. We need to get rid of them. Illegal wars, it's illegal. An imaginary economy based off debt, it's illegal. They're psychopaths, it's illegal. They're lying, it's illegal. Their corporations are stealing, it's illegal. They're poisoning our food and water, it's illegal. They're increasing prisons, it's illegal. They're manipulating the media, it's illegal. They're making people struggle to survive, it's illegal. They're killing people around the world, it's illegal. You know who they are. They need to be tracked down and caught. They are not going to hold themselves accountable, and they are not going to stop unless they're stopped. Like I said about Israel, like, people are just like, and it's like, it will never end with them. They'll always need money for this. It's criminal. Like, they've been there for 80 years. They've never had a day of peace. And it's not because people are attacking them. It's because they're attacking everybody else. They're barbarians. They're sick psychopaths. Just like their diaspora of thieves. You just stop them. Please. I welcome a true United States military unit to actually protect the people and protect the Constitution and to get these people before they have terrible plans, like extremely disruptive, worse than they've already done. They have really sick plans, so please, like, do something.